Spotlight. Okay, whenever you're ready.
The Butter Better book by Dr. Seuss. On the last day of summer, 10 hours before 4, my grandfather went with me out to the world. For a while he stood silent, and finally he said with a very shake of his very old head, "As you know, on the side of the wall were Ukes, on the far other side of this wall lived the Jukes." And my grandfather said, "It's high time that you knew of the terribly horrible thing that Jukes do. In every Juke house and in every Juke town, every Juke is his bread with the butter side down. For we Ukes, as you know, when we breakfast or sup, spread our bread." Grandpa said, "With the butter side up, that's the right, honest way." Grandpa gritted his teeth, "So you can't trust a Jew who spread bread underneath. Every Jew must be watched. He has king his soul." That's why, as a youth, I made watching my goal. Watching Jews for the Jew watching Border Patrol. In those days, of course, the wall wasn't so high, and I could look any Jew scare in the eye. If if he dared to come close, I could give him a twitch with my tongue-tipped, prickly sneakberry switch. For a while they worked fine, but the Jukes stayed away and our country was safe. Then one terrible day, a very low Juke by the name of Vanity snuck up and slingshotted my sneakberry switch. With my broken up switch, with my head hung in shame, to the chief Yukoro in a great sorrow I came. But our leader just smiled. He said, "You're not to blame. And those Jukes will be sorry they started this game. We'll dress you right up in a fancier suit. We'll give you a fancier slingshot to shot." And he ordered the boys in the back room to figure out to build some sort of triple sling jigger. With my triple sling jigger, I sure felt much bigger. I marched to the wall with the great beaming great figure right up to Venice with my hand on the trigger.
Nice, very nice.
I will have no more nonsense, I said with a frown. From Duke's who ate bread with the butter side down. Banish required sickly. He ran off quite quickly. I'm unhappy to say he came back the next day in a speedy new suit with a big new machine, and he snarled as he said, looking frightfully mean, "You may fling those hard rocks with your triple sling jigger, but I also now have my hand on the trigger. My wonderful weapon, the jigger rock snatch him, we'll fling him right back just as quick as we catch him. We'll have no more nonsense. We'll take no more guff from your youths who eat bread with the butter side up." "I have failed, sir," I sobbed as I made my report to the chief Yukaru in the headquarters board. He just rapped, "You've done nothing at all of the sort. Our slingshots have failed. That was old-fashioned stuff. Slingshots, dear boy, are not modern enough. All we need is some newfangled kind of a gun. My boys in the back room have just now begun to think up a walloping, whizzing around. My bright boys are thinking. They are on the right track. They will think pick one up quick and we will send you right back. They thought up a great one. They certainly did. They thought up a gun called the Kikapu Kid, which they loaded with powerful kikadu powder and ants' eggs and beeswax and dried fried clam chowder. They carefully trained a real smart dog named Daniel to serve as our country's first gun-toting spaniel. Then Daniel, the Kickapoo Spaniel, and I marched back toward the wall with our heads held up high, while everyone cheered and their cheers filled the sky. "Fight! Fight for the butter side up! Do or die!" Well, we didn't do, and we didn't quite die. But we sure did get worsted, poor Daniel and I. Banich was there too, and he said, the art pig, "The boys in my back room invented this rig called the 8 nozzle elephant-toted boom blitz. It shoots high explosive sour cherry stone pits and will put your dumb kickapoo kid on fritz." This is a.
Very good. I want you to keep going.
For Daniel and I were scared out of our wits. Once more by Banich, I was bested and beat. Once again I limped on from the war in defeat. I dragged and I sagged, my spirits were low, as low as I thought they ever could go. When I heard a boom bop and a diddle diddle, and our bottle of band marched up over the hill. The chief Yukiro had sent them to meet me, along with the right side of song guards to greet me. They sang, "Oh, be faithful, believe in the butter." They lifted my spirits right out of the gutter. "My boy," smiled the chief Yukiro, "we just bought it and made you a general. You've been promoted. Your pretty new uniform's ready. Get in it. The big war is coming. You're going to begin it. And what's more, the time you're certain to win it. My boys in the back room have finally found how. Just wait till you see what they puttered up now. In their great new machine, you will fly over that war and clobber those buttered down jukes one and all. Those boys in the back room sure knew how to putter. They made me a thing called the utterly sputter, and I jumped over with my heart or a flutter, and steered toward the land of the upside down butter. The machine was so modern, so frightfully new. No one knew quite exactly just what it would do, but it had several faucets that sprinkled blue goo. We somehow would sprinkle the jukes as I flew and gum up that upside down butter they chew. I was racing pell-mell when I heard a voice yell, "If you sprinkle us jukes, you will get sprinkled as well." Banish had a sputter exactly like mine, and he yelled, "My blue gear is working just fine, and I'm here to say that if ukes can go jukes, you'd better forget it, 'cause jukes can go ukes." I flew right back home, and as you may have guessed, I was downright despondent, disturbed, and depressed.
My turn? Okay. And I saw just as soon as I stepped back on land, so were all of the girls in the Butter Up band. The chief drum majorette, Mizuki and Sue, said that was a pretty sour flight that you flew, and the chief Yukaru has been looking for you. I raced to his office. The place was a sight. "Have no fears," said the chief. "Everything is all right. My bright backroom boys have been brighter than bright. They've thought up a gadget that's newer than new. It is filled with mysterious moo like a moo and can blow all those zooks clear to Salamagoo. They've invented the Bitsy Big Boy Boomaroo. You just run to the wall like a nice little man, drop this bomb on the zooks just as fast as you can. I have ordered all ukes to stay safe underground while the Bitsy Big Boy Boomaroo is around." As I raced for that wall with the bomb in my hand, I noticed that every last uke in our land was obeying our chief Yukaroo's grim command. They were all bravely marching with banners aflutter down a hole for their country and right side up butter. That's when grandfather found me. He grabbed me. He said, "You should be down that hole, and you're up here instead. But perhaps this is all for the better somehow. You will see me make history right here and right now." Grandpa leapt up that wall with a lopulous leap, and he cleared his hoarse throat with a bopulous beep. He screamed, "Here's the end of that terrible town full of zooks who eat bread with the butter side down." And at that very instant, we heard a clup clup of feet on the wall, and old Vanich clupped up. The boys in his back room had made him one too. In his fist was another big boy boomaroo. "I'll blow you," he yelled, "into pork and wee beans. I'll butter side up you to small smithereens." "Grandpa," I shouted, "be careful. Oh, gee, who's gonna drop it? Will you or will he?" "Be patient," said Grandpa. "We'll see. We will see." And that's the end. Good job, guys. Excellent work.